Disky Times, now available in stores around the country for only R3.50.
iDiskiTV powered by World Sports Betting. Marumo Gallants 0, Orlando Pirates 0, DStv Premiership on a Tuesday evening. We're starting to see a trend where the videos that we shoot are more exciting than the actual games themselves. Just to the players, remember, when people stop watching you because you're not exciting, you're going to lose your sponsorships. And when you lose your sponsorships, you are, instead of being paid 100,000, you'll be paid 10,000 rands. You are being paid to entertain. You are being paid to persuade the watcher to not watch English Premier League, but to instead watch you. And you're not doing that at the moment. Tso Vilakazi, our analyst, is always highest ever goal scorer in the history of Orlando Pirates. Just very quickly, was there a shot on target from his side, Marumo Gallants? How? Because I mean, there was no goal mouth action throughout the 90 minutes there.
Kulega angibulise wena mfethu, ngibulise Junior Kanye, ngibulise Drake, ngibulise Justice, ngibulise nanemakhaya ukuthi sicane support la iDiskiTV. So beka nje binjalo ngijike futhi. Nkulego, you know, it's so sad. Mawuzobukela a big team and playing with another team, so-called a small team, and then ubone a big team in a shorted goal you won. You ask yourself, ukuthi kanjani? And if you go overseas, you watch football overseas, so-called small team and a big team. We are born a big team. We are born a big team, even with the play. With the play, nje uyabona big team ukuthi laba namhlanje aba 25 namhlanje. Weekend le Man City bedlala bawinile 5. Iyakubonisa lento lokuthi, you know, when you are big, show that you are big. Ungabi big ngegama. Today he came here today ngishilo half time ngathi mina befanele ngabe nje kube kuya ngathi vele sithi ayisekuphelile madoda ambani nolungisa futhi noqala phansi i-draw le game le and imphelile vele ngayo i-draw kuleko ang understand, especially for i-Pirates, ang understand ukuthi bafuna ukuya kuphi in terms of ngeplay yabo bafuna ukudlala. I know where they're coming from kuZimbabwe ukuthi bebadlala like sort of like transition speed, why speed. But now I understand whether they wanna still go with that speed or they wanna do a build up, because I'm totally kahle ngoba when you look at my players abafakayo lapha, they had to Mango uqala game, and then they had uDlamini, they had uPule, and uyazibuza ukuthi okay kuzodlalwa kanjani. Okay, it means ukuthi makuyila baya should ya phambili ngespeed. Okay, but now moyibheka iza la emidleleni uthola la kuZungu. uZungu is the one is trying to play those passes lapha phambili, uyifaka kubani kuMango, who's there to come in as a third man la kuye ozozoyithatha la mhlambe and play it wide ukuthi bazothola maybe a cross between the keeper and the defense. Those things ezinye izinto Nkuleko, I think now our coaches, we need to sibakhombe kakhulu ngoba for a player to perform the way he's performing, it means the problem is with the coach. Because Nkuleko, if I will say to you, I want you to play as a right full back, okwakho ngifuna ukuthi ukhuphuke usha cross, uzowenzani? You'll go up ashalo cross le. Ngiblame bani? I can't blame the boy, because that's what they do. They akna a winger where the skill is a bambi winger 1v1 take him on la payana combination play. Mango instead of guti maga bambile la pa wide utla la payana, just drop back, create a space. So another those dynamics Nkuleko, you do them at training, but you know I don't know guti iPirates ifuna ukuya kuphi with the way they wanna play. Galanti for them, it's time now. If they're not good enough, abayeke kuTsouth Africa. It's time now that all the teams that are PSL, DStv, they need to step up. We can't say no, Pirates the big team, they're scared of Pirates. No, but everyone who are really keen, they're there because of they want to play, they want to win. So if the Pirates on that day,
I'm so sorry with what you are saying. I don't think you're being truthful if you're saying everyone wants to play to win. I don't think these teams want to win, actually. I'm so sorry to cut you.
Yes, I will agree with you based on my performance lama game lava I2 because they were like but if you saying you playing against Pirates it's not their day. But what are you doing when now none no, we don't have big name players, we don't have that money. You've got the 11. Get the best out of those boys. Get the best out of them. As a coach, get the best out of those boys so that they can beat anyone. Why we always say, no, a smaller team, big team. They're all in the PSL, DStv Premiership, and they want to win. Because if they don't want to win, they must go to DStv, Africa then. Then let's get a team, Ezozala, DStv, and then wants to win. Because
they can always buy a status as well. And also only one can be relegated. We have so many problems in this country. Only one team can be relegated for sure. And even if they do, they could always buy a status. That's why they don't want to win.
You know, when you come to that, I think it will need that one day with the CGC. Really, it's tiring for me personally. I mean, I'm tired to see people buying status. I'm tired of that. Well, people they will take it in the other way around, but I'm tired of that because when you buy the status less, the level doesn't go up, you drop. But the level goes down. The level goes down, and we're not improving in that. And I don't understand the good thing. I don't know, but I believe if you buy a status, they need to do a thorough check-up on you. Can you maintain the team for the next 10 years? If you can't, then they mustn't allow you to do that. But, well, you know, sometimes they tell you the football is business. If somebody comes and say, I can do this for the next 5 years, and there's no one who can do that for the next 5 years, then they go with you.
Right. Let's have a look at some of the players. Marumo Gallants. I saw Ndabai Tetondlondlo whizzing past a few players, almost an opportunity. Really, there's nothing to talk about in these games. I'm so sorry. There is absolutely nothing. I'm just thinking now that was like maybe the only thing, and then Mnyamane maybe had a chance here and there. Nongema maybe, but geez, man. Some of the players that impressed you, if you were impressed?
Yeah, you know, you're going to hit in Galanti, they need to step up because they've got exciting players. They've got players that they can, you know, they can play football, they can create chances and they can score. Because Ndlondlo can do it, Ngema can do it, Umnyamane can do it. The only thing is, how do you motivate them? How are you going to put that combination for you as a coach, Galanti, it must work for you. Because, yes, Ndlondlo did the move, get inside that box, and unfortunately, Pirates they defended well. Umnyamane face up had a very nice cross, and then I saved Adapana Ofore. Ungema tried to take a shot. You know, but one thing that was there today was Ungema was far. Undonduzana was sort of like isolated. Undlondlo in the middle. Umnyamane and I was far, and Undonduzana Ustig Manaka was more deep. Instead of, you know, come together. Let's have combination play. You know, so that because we don't have somebody like Papambe that really we can put it to him and then he can make things happen. But we need to do it as a team. You know, you know, for them they would say, oh well, Pirates, we've got a point. Pirates the big team, but really things they need to change. If Pirates they don't show that they are a big team, you guys show that you are a big team.
If Owen Dagama is playing against the Chiefs, but for some reason the Chiefs on that day is crawling instead of walking, but Owen Dagama still insists that no, it's Kaizer Chiefs, a big team. What happens when you meet them when they are walking or they are up and running? And that's a problem. What happens if Marumo Gallants, if Umane Paris, ihlangene, combined, coach mhlambe, or Mandla Ncikazi say iqhelile Pirates after a couple of weeks or a couple of months if nguyuzwa by coach. Uzowina njani? If I were better at their worst moments. And it's a debate that was raging last weekend, but really just simple logic. Think about it. If you can't beat a man when one hand is tied down and when you have both of your fists, uzambetha njani xa zi-available zoyi-2? Yeah, but and that's the problem. Your last words, Mr. Tso, maybe to the players as well, the obligation to entertain, because really, 0-0, something's got to give now.
Yeah, my players are matota. Pansana masogis matota. We cannot point fingers over coach all the time because now you've got your own mind to think.
Yeah.
You've got your own mind to think in the field of play. What is it? There's one thing that I always say, as a player, now we keep into yakuna is kwame now, man. Coach kuniki lama Toulouse awasebenzi. Unano na lesikwame nawe ojazi le induku yami ngibekile emqubeni ukuthi mase kunzima ngiyikhiphe ngishaye ngayo. Ushaya ngani wena? But our players were to now, they like, whatever that the coach said we must do. If it doesn't work, then that's it. No. They need to pull up their socks now, man, because really we can't say coaches. Somebody will come and say to us, but coaches are not playing. Players now must also apply their minds in the field of play. And that's fair. Because now I believe as a coach, as much as I'll give you instructions, but when you've got a ball inside the field of play, use your brains. Cabanga na ukuthi okay ucoach bekathe kimi yazi na icamera lapha yana icamera mayi lapha ya ikuvimbele so mina ngifuna ukuthi upasse ngaka right uphume ngaka left so that uzophuma uzoya le and then when you've got a ball uthi yapheka ukuthi yazi icamera isekho la phambi wamanje silaka right, what do you do? You're gonna force there. That's what they're doing. They're still gonna go there right because the coach said I must go to the right. Even the camera says ilapani vimbi the camera la, but you're still gonna go there. No, our players now, it's time now. As much as we put pressure on coaches, our coaches they must work very hard because our players they look ordinary. And the non-players, nani self, guys work. Use your brains inside the field of play. I was to remove, you robot to control every time. Football is, you need to think. When you've got a ball up, sometimes what coach told you, Guti, he hasn't step over. It's just a step over, and not so much. I just need to, I must push it and take a shot, a pallet. Do that. Because, when you use your brain, a lot of coaches, that I know, they always emphasize to say, when you get to that final third, think before you act. Yes. Think. So our players, they don't think. Sure. They just act because you take a cross. Now you want to cross. Whether you want to move to number defender for, you cross. No matter you cross. For who? Because if another example in the mind, Undo made a good run, attack. Where he was supposed to stand. He was alone. Amen. Take his time and roll it. When then where we be celebrate? No one. So things like this, you think show a good thing. Players they need also to work hard, and then we can't point fingers every time we coaches.
There you go. Yeah, man, it is what it is. If you take time and watch matches, you will know what we're talking about. Within the first 20 minutes, you will probably be disinterested, uninterested, lose interest. It's even worse if there's another league playing, if there's La Liga and there's EPL. In South African context, if you are watching from Zambia or wherever, the customers have a remote control. They have a choice that when, after 5 minutes, they're not being entertained by South African football, they can click 203. They will see English Premier League. Or they could go to 207 on their remote control and they will see La Liga. And this is the fight that we are trying to highlight to the players and everyone who will see. The more people lose interest in your football, the less money you players will be paid. It may not happen now. Maybe it could happen in 5 years. You are going to affect other generation of players that by the time we get to 5 years' time, No one wants to buy the rights to broadcast South African football matches. Or maybe if they even want to buy the rights to broadcast it, they want to buy it at a lower fee. For now, it's in the billions over 5 years. One day, someone is going to say, "Hi, le bola yena ikontswembule, tifuni 100 million for 5 years." And that means that that's going to be distributed across the South African football clubs over 5 years. And that's going to affect how much players are being played. Think about it, players. Any of the players that are watching us, please think about that. It's going to affect you at some point if you don't entertain the consumer. Thank you very much for watching us.